Good morning and welcome to Backyard and Beyond. This morning we have two guests with us, Marek and Norma Reed, and they're from the Cass County Memorial Hospital Auxillary. So good morning to you, Norma.
Hi.
And good morning to you, Linda.
Good morning.
Well, it's that time of year again. This rolls around on an annual basis. So Norma, let's start with you and talk about Soup and Salad Luncheon.
Okay, our Soup and Salad Luncheon is Wednesday, April 27th. It's from 11 o'clock to 1, and it's at the Catholic Parish Center. Our hostesses, or our chairman for the event, is Lola Ainen, Francis Nelson, and Linda Marek. This is our big moneymaker of the year.
Okay, and it does take a lot of work. There's a lot of food, a lot of volunteers, and lots of people come to eat. So that's really important, right? Norma, what's the charge this year?
It is $5. We left it at $5, which is real reasonable to eat, and bring out your secretary.
Yes,
and
what
important
a
people.
bargain. Yeah, and that's how I think all got started. Was we always had Secretary's Day, which Linda now is called
Administrative Professionals Day, it says on the calendar.
Well, you know, we have to be politically correct, I guess. So, Linda, do you know how many years you've been doing this? The auxiliary has been doing the luncheon. They're both going, oh, I don't know. But anyhow, it's been a long time. And, yeah, Linda, how long have you been on the auxiliary?
Well, there's another good question. No, I don't remember the year I joined. I've been on it for several years.
A long time. Very good. Well, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about the food and so on. But, Linda, let's talk a little bit about the auxiliary. How many members are there?
In 2010, we had 332 members, some inactive, some active.
And that's kind of one of the nice things, you know, it doesn't take much to be a member of this organization. If you don't want to do any work, you don't have to.
No. And currently the dues are only $2 a year.
It's just almost unbelievable. And it's kind of nice. You know, I hope people will think about joining. And when's the best time to join, the easiest time to join?
During the Cass County Fair Week, we'll have a booth at the fair, and you can sign up and donate to our Bakeless Bake Sale at the same time. Pay your dues for
plunk down your $2 and
12.
Whatever. Give a $10 bill at least, and then you'll have your donation. And if you want to give more, that'd be fine too. But hey, what a deal, because you guys do so many good things. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that the auxiliary has contributed to.
Well, we purchase equipment for the hospital. We donate money for that, and $2,000 in scholarships are given out currently. And we have given, yes, $31,948 was paid out for hospital equipment last year, actually paid out, and there was another item approved that hadn't yet been expended.
Wow, $31,000.
Right.
Yeah, and this all comes from auxiliary money.
Yes.
So saying that, when you pay your $5 for your lunch, and if you're buying for your secretaries, just think of all the good work that's doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, plus, I think going to this lunch is fun. You see so many people you don't normally see, perhaps. Norma, let's talk a little bit about some of your activities in the auxiliary. What are some of the things that you personally have done in the auxiliary?
Well, I am president this year, so it's been a busy, busy time. And we just recently, we worked on the Every 15 Minutes, which was real interesting at the school. We're going to be selling tickets soon. We've got a big gift shop sale that we've got coming up. So it's just, we keep involved, and all of this money is given back to the hospital. So it's important to get the money.
Okay, do you go and do any services personally? I don't know, push wheelchairs or anything. Have you done some of those things, Norma?
No, I work at the information desk, and I also work at the coffee shop, and I have worked at the outpatients before. But yes, we have people working about every department of the hospital, and it's kind of fun because every department is different.
You bet.
So lots of places to work.
See that? You know, it used to be we'd just see the ladies in the red jacket. That's no longer true, right?
No, we have a lot of men that are real active, and you will see them at our Soup and Salad Luncheon, too, because they pick up the dishes and they help a lot.
Yeah, very good. Linda, what about you? What kind of activities have you been involved with on kind of a week-to-week or day-to-day basis?
Well, I work in the physical therapy department, taking patients from the patient area to and from physical therapy. And I also work with the library service. Janice Bramer and I deliver library books around the community to Homebound, Heritage House, Atlantic Nursing and Rehab, and Allen House.
I think that's a relatively new service. It's probably been going longer than I know, but it wasn't one of the initial ones. But what a great service. I'm sure people appreciate you dropping off the books, not only because of the book, but because of your smiling face.
And a little visit
And
sometimes to the
visit,
homebound
yes.
people. Yes, right.
And, that is just so important. Now, so you do that for some of the, probably mostly older folks, the homebound, but there might be other reasons. But you also do things for kids, don't you?
Oh, well, they have the children's orientation every year. They had 175 first graders from around the county this year. And they take them on a tour of the hospital, show them a mock tonsillectomy, and look at x-rays. So I think that's a real important thing.
And I have another list here. I see baby caps. Talk about
Baby caps. Evelyn Rechtenbaugh crochets the baby caps that all the new babies receive in the nursery.
What fun. It's just such a nice gift to welcome those new babies. Norma, now, as being president, of course, you have lots of things. You do paperwork, publicity, a lot of things like that. I'm wondering about the program where there's a calling program, is that right, where you can call people at home to see if they're okay?
Telecare.
Yes.
Yes, we have telecare, too.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know a lot. You've been on telecare, haven't you, Linda, or have you?
No.
No.
Okay. No, that's okay, but
Yeah.
people call and say good morning.
Every morning, yes.
Yeah.
They check with a lot of the older people, and this way they just have contact with them so we know they're all right, and they said they just look forward to talking to somebody on the phone. So they really appreciate this telephone call every morning.
Another thing I see on your list are the over 100 walker bags that were made and given to patients. Linda, what do you know about that?
Well, not just a whole lot. I don't work in that department either, but they have a lot of material donated, and then I'm not sure how many ladies actually work on that, making the walker bags, but they give them out then to patients, and Ramona Camp does the sewing on those.
Okay. But that's nice to know. If we had some probably washable, appropriate fabric and wanted to get rid of, I'm thinking I have stuff at home that I need to get rid of. But you need to think about that they are going to go on these walkers, need to be tied on, they need to be washable. But if somebody has some fabric, you'd probably be glad to have that.
Check with Ramona.
All right, very good. And I've asked both of you questions. You say, well, I don't know a lot about that. That is a good sign, because that means that you've got the work delegated out there. You've got people who are responsible, making sure that it happens. And that's a part of the great volunteer organization to getting that all done. Yes.
I feel like I really had the cream of the crop, and my 3 people that are working on the soup and salad lunch, and everybody told me, you have the best there is in the organization. So I haven't had to do anything either. I will be there to greet the people that day, but they've done all the work.
And that's just great. So when you say all the work, let's talk a little bit about what goes into the soup and salad luncheon, because there's some good volunteer work related to that ahead of time.
Oh, yes. Well, we get everything gathered up ahead of time. Ticket sales are done prior to the event. And that morning, the soup makers come in. Bob and Jean Boots are the soup chefs. They come in and start the soups very early in the morning. And then salads and desserts are donated. We've got ladies putting those out continually and refreshing them during the event.
And those are all homemade.
All homemade.
See, that's what one of the important things I think about this is that all of this food is homemade, and it's donated, as you said, to this great cause.
Right. And there'll be deviled eggs, too.
Well, to some people, that's probably the only time during the whole year they get deviled eggs, so that's a really important one. Good thing you thought of that. Let's mention the Bakeless Bake Sale again. You mentioned that is that you can give that donation at the fair when you sign up. Explain that a little bit.
We love the Bakeless Bake Sale. You don't have to bake anything. You just donate the amount of money you would have spent buying the ingredients for bars or desserts or whatever snack. And it's pretty simple.
Yeah, very good. And like you say, a lot of people would rather do that, but thank goodness there's some people who still want to bake and make salads for the salad luncheon. Right. Norma, let's remind people again, date, time, place, and cost.
Okay, it will be Wednesday, April 27th. It's from 11 o'clock in the morning until 1. It's at the Catholic Parish Center. The cost is $5. You just can't beat that for a lunch. and we hope everyone will prove that they'll come out and join us for the day.
Okay.
It helps us with our expenses.
Are tickets required ahead, or can they?
No,
Okay.
we are going to be selling tickets, but if you don't have a chance to purchase a ticket, you can get one at the door.
Okay,
So that it's
very
not
good.
essential you get one before. And it's still $5.
Okay, great. We thank you very much, Norma Reed and Linda
Thank you.
Marek, for coming in this morning to talk about the annual Soup and Salad Luncheon. Until next time, here's a thought. A warm smile is the universal language of kindness.